First of all, I really enjoyed watching the movie. So I felt like being 10 years old again. So thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you for that.
But to be frank, when I heard that Will Smith is gonna play Genie, I was a bit skeptical. But turned out he did a really good job. So was it difficult for you to convince him?
Yes, it was quite difficult, but I felt quite confident that Will could deliver it. I mean, I don't think there are many people that could occupy that space, right? And there's a challenge, there's an inherent challenge that the nostalgia of Robin Williams' portrayal, you don't really want to contaminate that or step on the toes of that. So what you need is an equally as gregarious and generous character. And I always felt that Will was that man. He was my first choice. And really it's a question of encouraging him to be more of himself.
Yeah, he put a lot of his own flavor into his character.
Yeah, I mean, it's much easier for an actor once they can draw from an inner well rather than an outer one. Then there's an authenticity to it, and there's an infinite creative font that resides there. So really, yeah, my job is to get more Will.
Hey, wie wär's mit dem Prinz? Da ist eine riesen Grauzone in Wie wär's mit dem Prinz? Ich könnte dir einen herzaubern. Oh, nein. Eben, du könntest dann mit dem den Rest deines Lebens kuscheln.
Habt ihr meinen Palast gesehen?
Pass auf mit deiner Wortwahl. Das Detail entscheidet den Deal.
Thieves or crime in general are a big topic in your movies. What led you to make a film like Aladdin?
I could get deeply philosophical at this point, right? Because there's a spiritual essence to this film, which is consistent with classical parable, that one has to find one's identity internally, not externally. One shouldn't go looking for an identity outside of oneself, right? That is ultimately the essence of narrative. All narrative is ultimately boiled down to that particular dynamic and that challenge. So this is kind of almost more conspicuous in that sense. So it's really a question of dressing up what is ultimately an existential challenge in one's life in a package that's entertaining and fun, emotional, and ultimately worth it. That is probably the greatest challenge that I've been given, is to somehow reconcile those disparate interests.
So you used a lot of modern references and added some actual topics to it, like women empowerment. Was that your goal?
No, is the answer to that. My goal was to make sure that Jasmine as a character had as many challenges as Aladdin. So it's inevitable that there was going to be an evolution in the development of Jasmine's character. There was no political or ethical agenda other than fairness or equality of challenge, if you will. That feels like what it should be. If I was going to espouse any particular motive or agenda in life, it would be equality of challenge for everyone.